Hello everyone. Today I'm on an adventure to Busch Gardens, Williamsburg for Howl-O-Scream. And the traffic out here is packed. I don't know if anyone wants to actually show their car right now, but let me just say, oh, it's horrible. So I'm literally walking on the side of the road right now. I've been walking for like 6 minutes, no sidewalk, in order to get to the bus stop at Busch Gardens, just because I know it's going to be faster. The opening scare zone to Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. Now what I know, this scare zone's been here for a couple of years, and it stayed relatively the same, but it's fun nonetheless. Crowded night here at Busch Gardens. Now it's still a little bit bright on, but all the monsters have come out in the scare zones, but there's still plenty of nature out here. It's still very crowded too.
Okay, so where are you going? Come on
Axe Alley.
And you better shake me too, like.
This is why you get quick to. Just went through Vault 20, and even though it was one of the more crowded times I was in with a bunch of people, I think I saw the most scares I've ever seen in that maze. Or at least the most attempts of scares. They weren't necessarily at me because I'm by myself. Of course they also, they go after groups of large groups of people. But I think that was one of the most intense times I've been through that maze. My next maze is an old classic. It's been here for a long time, and every year it seems like it just gets better. It's really one of those mazes that you can't really say gets old or is not with the times. It's a good old bloody, gory, slaughterhouse-esque maze, and it's back, and it's still one of my favorite mazes that I first went through when I first came here 3 years ago. Here we go into Lumberhack.
Don't go in there, please.
Now, Lumberhack used to be one of those mazes where the ending had a big chainsaw chase out where you would run out of the end of the maze with a bunch of people chasing you with chainsaws. That has since become predictable, so now the chainsaws are just kind of major scares throughout the maze. But still, it's one of the best mazes, I think, in the park, even though it's one of the oldest. So, thumbs up for this year, just like it was the past 2 years. I think Lumberhack's always been my favorite maze. It's really classic, kind of reminds me of Knott's Scary Farm in California, where I grew up. And It's just one of those good classic mazes you can always count on for even a slight startle if you're used to Halloween events. That's the maze that's gonna do it. And it gets even better when it's nighttime. So it's always a plus.
These happy little guys waiting for you to take them home.
This is insane, everyone. If you know Busch Gardens, they're known for their wide paths and large walkways, but if you ever see anything like this is how you know it's crowded at Busch Gardens.
But that's not stopping me. I have a quick queue. And I got 2 more mazes to do in this area. Going to Cornered right now, and then we got Demented Dimensions, and then maybe Frostbite if I have enough time. Well, let's do Cornered. Change of mind, I'm going through one of the new mazes, Demented Dimensions. I'll try to do Cornered next, and I'll go from there. I don't know why I couldn't find the entrance to it. I'm not used to having the quick queue. But this maze premiered at Tampa, Florida's Busch Gardens last year. And I'll be honest, I've been through all the mazes this year already before. I'm just starting to vlog about it now. But it seems like everything in the maze in Florida here seems to be scaled down. I've been through it a couple times, but if it's like the rest of the mazes, I mean, I've only been in 2 so far tonight. That means they really amped up the scares since the last weekend I was here. So hopefully they did the same for this night. Let's go check it out. It was kind of seems like the maze just ends and then you have to walk through this whole hall of just curtains, which is weird. Now I'm going through Frostbite, returning from last year, and honestly it seems like they made the maze smaller to accommodate Demented Dimensions. Still a fun maze, but they also took out a lot of the parts from Dark Castle, and Dark Castle of course had the big screens from the actual ride that was here, so it's a lot different now. Well, it's a lot colder outside than it was inside the maze Frostbite. But let's go.
How bad was it?
Wasn't bad. Let's go on a ride next.
I'm about to go on the Mighty Griffin. You can see them. Hopefully you can see them right up there.
Like always, an amazing ride, whether it's at night or during the day.
I'm now taking the long way around to get to one of the other new mazes, Dystopia. It's right here by where they keep all the animals, the aviaries, the show, new pet shenanigans, or more pet shenanigans, and not really any activity over here. Actually, no activity for a while. There's no monsters over here because they don't want anyone disrupting the animals. So it's gonna be a little bit of a walk. So you guys are lucky I get to spare you the walk over to the complete other side of the park. My favorite maze, Dystopia. Brand new for this year.
Here we go into my favorite maze, Dystopia. Going through Dystopia the second time. I love this maze. I'll do it back to back, any day.
But my time grows short as I head out of Busch Gardens and I start heading home. A lot of the crowd is heading out right now. But let's go through Ripper Row one last time.
Why not? Even though I like to go here. Alright.
People weren't leaving.